Hey guys, welcome back to the shop. I want to put together a real quick video on this CANAM 2025 Defender HD-10. I want to do an oil change real quick. I think I can chop together like a 5-minute video that has a lot of all the good information, everything you need to know about changing this oil. We're going to do it behind the seat. We're going to pull the seat. I have another video that you can watch right here if you want to try to see how to do it without pulling the seat. It's about same here and there, but I figure I'd do one really quick with all the info and all the details for how to change the oil on the HD Defender 2025 edition. And here we go. First thing you're going to need to do is take the vehicle, make sure it's nice and clean. Make sure that you pressure washed whatever you needed to and you clean this vehicle up, because you don't want to do with this when it's all dirty. Also make sure it's kind of warmed up. Make sure the oil's semi-decently warm. It doesn't have to be a full long drive, but warm enough to get the oil so it'll just drain out fairly easy. We're going to come up under here. We're going to come find this little slot like this. It's the only slot underneath the whole rig that has a double oval like this. You're going to come get whatever your oil catch can. I just like to hang a bungee and a can right here. And you're going to come up and you're going to grab your 17 millimeter socket. Grab the 17 millimeter and drain this out. Got our oil plug out. We got it over here and got it nice and clean. Use some brake cleaner, parts cleaner, whatever you want to do. Get it nice and clean. Come over and get your kit ready. So we got our oil filter rather. We got our new gaskets with all of our O-rings and our seals. We want to take that washer right there and make sure that we replace the old washer with the new washer. Make sure that you go ahead and get one of these kits. XPS is the lubricants you want to use for this machine. Grab one of these kits and use this oil. It's good oil. They're going to give you 2.5 quarts of oil. We want to put 2.22 quarts of oil in this rig. That's what it requires. Once you get everything set up and ready, get all this, put this plug back in, and I'll meet you over there. Alright, come up in here with a nice clean rag. Get all the oil, all the old dirt and grime out of the way. Take your plug with your new washer on it. Thread it up in there by hand. You're going to take your torque wrench, torque it down to 22 foot-pounds. Make sure your torque wrench didn't turn off on you. You know all these digital torque wrenches are. There we go. Okay, now that we got the bottom all buttoned up, we're going to come in here to the cab and I'll show you a couple things that we're going to do in here. So first of all, we need to take this seat off, which is you come up, pop that off, pull it up, and it comes right out. Set that aside. And come in, and this guy right here, you want to push that tab up and drop it down, and we're going to come in and pull these pins so that this is all out of the way so we can get back to this panel right here. There's going to be a bunch of little tabs that you pull up, pull this panel all the way, and we're going to get back to another metal plate that I'll show you here in a second. Alright guys, I wanted to come in real quick and show you, I did pull the seats out just for the sake of filming, so you guys can see kind of what's going on, but I would advise you to work down into this corner and get all that stuff untucked in that corner first. Slide it up this way, get everything untucked, and then kind of pull it out that direction. That was one of those tasks to fight, but it got us open, and that was the easiest way for me to get to it. So right now we're going to get down to this panel. This is what I wanted to show you. We're going to use some T30 Torx to pull all of these off. I believe there's about 10 of them. And as soon as that's off, it's going to give us access back to the back where our oil filter cap is. All right, we got that out. That was a little bit of a challenge if you didn't see. I would say same thing, work down in here, get this off, get you up here past
these things and then come out the same direction. So good enough. We got down in here now. What we're going to do is go right down into the bottom there and see if we can get to our cap nice and easy and get our filter out. In here is our oil filter cap. We're going to take that off. It's either going to be a T30 Torx or an 8mm socket. I'm going to use my little socket set here. Get down and use an 8mm socket. I think that's going to be the best for me. Okay, before I pull the cap off, I'm going to come grab a rag and stick it underneath here. And that's just going to catch anything when I open that lid, so it doesn't get down into the engine compartment. Pull my lid. And then if you have all your seats still in, which you probably do, you want to take a rag and set up right here on your seat so you don't take and dump any of this oil on your nice clean interior. Come in here and fish that thing out. It's a tight spot. Might need a little screwdriver or pick. Let's see. I just grabbed me a little hook tool like this to get down in here so I can get my fingers behind it. Oh, worked perfect. Just enough to pop that seal. Okay, I'm coming straight up out. And not too bad. Definitely is ready. Okay, now we got our brand new oil filter. What you want to do is just get a little bit of oil right here on this seal so that it will go over the port nice and easy. So just take a little dab of your new oil, old oil, whatever it is, throw it on there, and we're going to slowly put this down back in without trying to get it too dirty, touching anything. You're going to feel it kind of line up center. Once you feel like you got it pretty center, give it a good little push. You'll feel it go over that center grommet in there, the little port. You are good to go right there. So now what I want you to do is take this lid and get it all cleaned up. You're going to take your little O-ring off, go get your kit, go get the new O-ring. I got mine right here. I'm going to put the new O-ring back on. And once you got that all nice and on there, send it back down. These holes are all symmetrical, so you can't go wrong way up or anything. Just put it back on until all your holes line up. There you go. Put your screws back in by hand. Get them all started, threaded by hand, and then you can use whatever your tool you need to. And I will be right back here to tell you what to torque them to, and we'll move on. Okay guys, we're going to come in and torque these at 89 inch-pounds. That's for all three of your oil filter cap. 89 inch-pounds. I got my little mini 1/4 inch torque wrench here, and I'm going to get them the best I possibly can. I got a swivel head on here. It's not the most ideal, but it's the closest I'm going to get. So do your best. Just don't over tighten them, you guys. I mean, torque specs are important, but sometimes it's just impossible. So do your best with what you got, but if you do have the means, make them 89 inch-pounds.
Okay guys, one last thing we're going to go through is I wanted to show you back here. If you want to, you can take and pop your little pin here for your truck bed, and it gives you a lot more space in here. It's something I highly recommend doing because there's a lot of things in here to get hit. I want to show you this right here. It says screw in for oil check. Some rigs you don't have to, some rigs you do. This one in particular, they want you to screw this thing all the way in to check your oil. So like I said before, you're going to get your 2.2 liters of oil and fill it in here. You're going to run the engine for a little bit, make sure it gets nice and warm. If it's nice and warm and you're happy with it, check that oil one more time, make sure you're at the proper level, and then button it up and go for a ride, you guys. I hope this helped. This is a real quick one. I'm hoping this is a quick one. I'm yet to edit, but it should be fairly quick. If you got some good pointers out of this, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't yet subscribed, hit that subscribe button so you can follow along for more. We're going to do the differential. We're going to end up doing the transmission. We're going to go through a bunch, so stay tuned for all the videos you need to keep your Can-Am Defender running. Okay, have a good one.